This is Group 96. Our project looks at how the presence of a UC campus affects housing prices in surrounding neighborhoods compared to regions close by without a UC campus, while also controlling for key factors such as income levels and housing supply constraints. It is well known that in California, highly ranked public high schools can cause local housing values to increase. We wanted to see if this effect extends to elite public universities, specifically the UCs. We hypothesized that the presence of a UC campus is positively associated with higher housing prices in its surrounding area relative to regions close by without as much of a UC presence.
So to do this, we collected the following data sets. We have the UC historical enrollment by campus and year, excluding UC San Francisco, because that only includes graduates. California adjusted gross income, or AGI, by zip code, the Zillow Home Value Index, or ZHVI, by zip code, and zip codes within a 20-kilometer radius of each UC campus. The real estate datasets that we used here are a California dataset from Zillow and the USA real estate datasets from Kaggle. We cleaned each dataset by filtering for zip codes within the 20-kilometer radius and aligning data by year, then compared housing prices in zip codes near UC campuses to those farther away. We chose to focus on AGI as a key variable, as income is strongly correlated to housing prices. We visualized trends over time and used linear regression to quantify the relationship between income and housing prices. So we will now move on to discuss the graphs that were generated in our EDA.
This figure shows that zip codes within 20 kilometers of a UC campus have consistently higher home values than both non-UC zip codes and the California average. While home values have steadily risen across both groups, the gap between UC proximate and non-UC areas has remained steady, suggesting a lasting association between UC proximity and elevated housing prices. Having an aggregate visualization of the UC proximate housing prices, we can see a more granular trend by campus here.
As we can see on the visualization to the left, AGI near UC campuses is generally higher than the California average. On the right, we have the comparison of weighted average AGIs between enrollment types, with all of them exhibiting an increased trend over time. Historically, health sciences has a higher weighted average AGI than the other types. Based on the regression results, the p-value is less than 0.05, indicating statistical significance between AGI and housing prices. The R-squared for the regression model on the left is 0.24, accounting for only 24% of the variance, as evident from the plotted regression line not fitting the majority of the points. While income play a moderate role, the majority of the differences in housing prices are still due to other factors.
Taking housing size into account in our analysis, we plotted house size and house price with the Realtor dataset. When controlling for house price is generally greater in UC area zip codes, and this association between house size and house price is strongest with UC proximate homes. This suggests that house size is likely not a confounding variable, since we would see a housing area be the main determinant of higher housing prices.
We recognize that housing data can reflect historical inequalities, so we avoided using personal identifiable information, especially for low-density regions.
Nevertheless, our study is not able to generate definitive causal inference, unfortunately. The analysis is constrained by the granularity of available data at the zip code level, potential unmeasured confounding variables such as local zoning laws or amenities, and the observational nature of the research. So in conclusion, our project supports the hypothesis that UC campuses are associated with higher housing prices in their surrounding neighborhoods, even after controlling for income. We extend previous work on the relationship between educational institutions and real estate by demonstrating that public universities like the UCs can have a measurable and lasting impact on local housing markets. This highlights the broader influence of public universities on urban development and underscores the need for thoughtful policy interventions to balance educational growth and affordable housing and equity. As a result, our work has important implications for urban planning, housing policy, and university expansion strategies, as the presence of a major university can reshape neighborhood demographics, affordability, and economic opportunities. Thank you.